So now that I've shown you how to use the port forward, how to connect using RoboMongo, let's have a look at how you can actually import and export data from the local Mongo database into your Mongo database on Openshift. Now, why would that make sense? Maybe you have a lot of old documents you want up there, or maybe you just have a data set that you want to keep and actually publish to your live environment. It was this way that I actually published 5,000 syllabuses to my live environment. And I think that I'm happy that I did that instead of writing them one by one. So you can do the same. I'm going to start out by just trying to show you the current amount of data I have up there. So this is my live environment here, and if I double click syllabuses, I'll see the first 50 of my syllabuses up there. Just to show you one of the things you can use RoboMongo for as well, let me just clean up here. I can actually use the RoboMongo or the Mongo commands right in this line right here. Let me zoom a bit so you can see what I'm writing. I can write find here, I can do count instead. And then I'll execute this, and now it'll send back how many do I actually have in the syllabuses. And right now I have 5,001 up there. So if I go to my actual database here, let's see if there are actually some up here. And let me log in as the admin. And here we have a lot of syllabuses. Let me just try and remove them all just to show you. Actually deleting. So I'll do remove instead of counts, and I'll just execute that. And now I've just removed 5,000 records from my live database. Well, I knew I would do it, so I'm not that scared. Let me just refresh here to show you that now the database is actually empty. There's no syllabuses on my live environment. Okay, let's go back. So what do we want to do now? Now I want to take the 5,000 syllabuses that I actually have in my development environment right here. So whenever you're using the full stack, it'll create a name of your project-dev as your database on your local host. So I have a setup right here, that's the wrong one. I have one here called Course Planner Dev. If I expand that one, I have collections, and here you'll see all my syllabuses that I generated for my videos. And I can do view documents, and I'll see here all my documents. I can even do count here as well. Remember, this is the local database, not the one on Openshift. And let me just execute that. Now I can see I have 5,000 locally. And just to prove it to you again, this is the live environment. I'll try to do it the same command on the live. And now you'll see I have nothing on the live environment. So first step, let's export the local ones into a JSON file. And let's look at the command for that. So I'll go into a new window here, and I'll execute this command right here. It's called Mongo export --database. That's the name of my database. So in my case, it's called Course Planner. Where do I find that? It's actually Course Planner -dev. Where do I find that? Let's look inside our RoboMongo, and let me zoom for you. Over here you'll see Course Planner dev on the local environment. So I want to export the database here called syllabuses. So that's the next thing I'm putting in here. I'm putting in collection syllabuses. And the last thing is just specifying a file name for a JSON file. And that's just going to be put anywhere you specify. In my case, it's going to be put directly in the Course Planner folder. I'll do an enter. It connects to localhost and exports the 5,000 records. Great. Now I want to do an import to the live environment. And remember, to do this, you have to have the port forward running. So that's already running for me. And now I'm going to do the import to the live environment. The import will demand a bit more information from me because this is not through RoboMongo anymore. I'm actually doing it directly to the Mongo database on Openshift. So I have to explain, first of all, who is the host. And in my case, it's localhost. It's localhost because that's the port forward I'm getting right here. And then it's port 41836. And that's what I'm putting in as port. The username, that's admin. Where do I get that information? Well, you have to remember that when we actually connected here to our RoboMongo, we can go in and actually do edit the connection here just to show you. And in here you'll see localhost, the port. Let me just zoom. And the authentication will be Course Planner, admin, and if I show this, it'll be this password and then the Mongo CR. So that's pretty much just what I'm specifying now from the console. So let me get back to the console here. Admin, password is PS something, collection is syllabuses like before, the database is Course Planner. That's the name of the database right here. Let me just cancel this. Yeah, you could actually already see it because the name is right here, the course planner. Again, let me zoom just to show you. In the production environment, the database is named course planner. Okay, so that's up and running. Back to my code here, and the file name is syllabus.json. So let me press enter. It'll start actually deploying the JSON file, pulling out the data and sending it to the syllabus on the course planner. Now 5001 documents have been imported into the live environment. So let's see if that actually worked. Let's go into the live environment and see if we have syllabuses again. And we do. Hooray. Let's go into to our beautiful RoboMongo and see if we have syllabuses again. I'll just view all documents. I'll just shut these down. And you'll see that now I actually have some. And if I do a count on the live environment and do execute, there's 5001 again. So everything is up and running again. So that's the import-export part of Port Forward, RoboMongo, and in our case, import-export of Mongo database. See you in the next lesson.